Starting it. Okay, well, all right, so everybody who is watching again, thank you for staying tuned with us. Those of you who are joined to join us right away. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. Our what? Yeah, we had a little blooper. I mean, this is basically what the show is about today. We're talking about mistakes that happen in shows and in movies. And you know what? We had some mistakes of our own. And I think that that's okay. You know, these things happen.
Happen.
So I see what you're saying. Thank you, Jordan. So you know what? We just had to give you an example of what it was like to have mistakes and bloopers.
So and now you know.
And now you know. Like, you guys are well educated on this shit. You know, Jordan Rizzo thinks that he is completely cursed. I don't know if we should put it, on him or not, because I just don't think that's true. I think that just, like Farah was telling me while we were doing this and I was in a crabby mood, these things happen. Like I have always said, these things happen for sure. So now that you guys are well aware of what the show is about, we are going to get started on our actual show. It's just a test. We were just teasing.
Yeah. Now you know.
Now you know. Everybody laugh.
Now you know.
All right. So we totally did that on purpose.
Totally.
So anyways, we have definitely got a show for you. Like I said before, you guys were listening. We have some clips for you. We have some pictures for you. We have some fun times. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the show as much as we do. Again, this is Farah here joining us today. For those of you who are just now tuning in to our show, Farah is joining us. Unfortunately, Salem is not with us right now. We hope that he will be back soon. But until then, we have some amazing hosts that have been joining us. And yeah, let's get into it. So before, you were talking about when we had given our definition of what a blooper was or what a mistake was. You were talking about a specific movie. I think was it? What was it?
It was
remind me again what the movie was?
So it's like 3 like intertwining stories, and it's like kind of like a hot mess, like my life. And it's like one's about like a crime boss, his 2 hitmen, and like an aging boxer, and like it's just like kind of chaos. But we love a little chaos. Who doesn't? So basically in the scene, there's this guy and he's like really like scared shitless in like the bathroom, and like he has like this like big ass handgun. He's just like hiding out in there. And do you love the way I explain movies?
No, I mean I dig it. If you also want to mention, like, obviously the picture here, the little blooper scene is we have a little picture of that on the screen right now. So obviously.
Yes. Yeah. So he's listening to like this character Jules give like a speech, and then Jules shoots another character. It's just like a whole thing, and like it's just boom boom. But like when that's happening in the scene, the bullets are there before the actual shooting happens. So like, you know, like it takes so many takes for like, you know, to actually get down to like the perfect scene. And like, you know, like I'm sure like you can use like multiple like cuts from different recordings too when you're doing it. And like I'm not using the right technical terms, but like it's whatever.
That's okay.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, like, it's so much to remember. So, like, I mean, the bowls were there before, but, like, honestly, like, all the other stuff that they have to remember, like, I can barely remember what I ate last night for dinner. So,
Yeah. I think that this is my assumption of what happens in films sometimes. I think sometimes they just end up going with if they've taken so many, and maybe our producer can tell us because he's well educated on these kinds of things. But like maybe they take so many clips and they're like, okay, out of those clips, we just have to roll with it. So out of those clips, like this is our best clip. Maybe like or maybe like that specific person who's supposed to pay attention to these details is just like out of it that day. Because I know I've been definitely out of it. Maybe our producer can kind of fill us in on what the truth is on this. Maybe there's some kind of I don't even know.
Process. No, for sure. Because, like, that's something that makes me so curious because, like, I wonder, like, I know, like, they rewatch it when they, like, put, like, the whole film together, but, like, when it's, like, like, I wonder, one, how many edits of it they do, two, how many, times they watch it over, and three, how many people are watching it over and, like, actually, like, it's their job to look for this stuff. Like, I really am curious. I really want to know.
Mm-hmm. I think that they hire. Jordan is saying pretty much. I think there's a specific person that is supposed to be on the lookout for mistakes. I don't know. I think I could be wrong. And then that's what they do the whole screening afterwards for, right? Like they want to make sure that, that whole like movie theater screening where people go and watch and they kind of like rate the movie. And maybe that's where they can see if they can catch the mistakes, and then they go back and they like make it like the theatrical cut or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be great for that job. I'm great at my job. I'm not great at that job.
Yeah. Okay. So he says they're supposed to be checking continuity while they're filming, and definitely, I mean, yeah, that's just, that's definitely a given. And then they're supposed to be like, okay, we need to shoot that scene again because you have bullets in the wall and they're not supposed to be there yet. Blah 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 blah. Somebody get those bullet holes out. Yeah. Like someone said to us, "Hey, you have no walls." Mm-hmm. Okay. So
we see you.
We see you. Yeah. So we have some more. We have some pictures. We have some clips. So one of the clips that I had come up with that I had our producer prepare for us was actually Clash of the Titans. Now, I don't really want to talk about it beforehand. I'm just going to let you guys watch it first, and then we can laugh about it. And it's pretty obvious what the mistake is in this one. So we'll go ahead and play that clip here at the bottom of our screen.
Let's see if I can touch it. This is the test.
This is the test.
You guys
have I'm pretty sure that we have some slight delay.
Oh, good.
But so just let us know here.
And now is a great time for everyone to grab your snacks because
for sure. Okay, so in that clip that was just shown, obviously, what did you see? Did you see it? Were you watching?
I didn't see it.
Okay, so in the clip, basically, there's a guy pulling a donkey, and there's basically this big, huge. So in the Clash of the Titans, there's a scene where Kraken is coming down on the city, right? And in this scene, there is a guy. It's the destruction of Argos. And then there's like these heavy winds and everything. And then there's a guy in a tunic pulling a donkey on a rope to try to like get him away from the winds and cracking and all that stuff. And yeah, and so and the wind blows up his tunic and shows he's wearing these gym shorts underneath, and it's super hilarious. So yeah, we can just. There's supposed to be. I don't know if you guys are getting sound. If you guys aren't getting sound, that's okay. I mean, I was hoping for some sound, but I don't know if there's sound playing at the same time.
Those gym shorts look amazing. Those thighs are killing it.
And there's not even tan lines or anything.
No, he looks so good. Although I like...
Yeah.
They definitely didn't have that underneath their little tunic thing.
Right?
I
kind of wish that they would have played like they wouldn't have fixed that, because can you imagine just getting like a camera full of booty? I don't know.
I'm not opposed to that. I love camera full of booty.
Camera full of booty. I wouldn't have been opposed to that either, but I just think that would have been hilarious. All right. Camera full of booty. Man, we could have a whole show of camera full of booty. Anyways, before we get distracted.
Imagine.
So you had another one too, right? What was your next one?
I believe it was Game of Thrones, which I found two little things from, but this is one of them. Obviously an iconic TV show. And like, I feel like especially with TV shows that are not modern, you need to be like extra careful, because I mean, it's like, it's so easy, you know, to have a prop or just even just something that's like modern on set, because that's just how we're living, you know, when we're just recreating their world. So I'm trying to think. Yes, so in the first clip is basically three of the characters. It's Daenerys Targaryen, and she's basically sitting down in like her little like seat, and she's accompanied by Jon Snow, and she's also accompanied by Tormund. I think, is that how you say his name? Giantsbane.
I honestly have not even watched Game of Thrones. Not even kidding.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I have not watched it. It goes up there with Harry Potter. I've not seen that either.
Okay, this is a conversation we need to have at another time. Because I'm offended. I'm extremely offended. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is one of them. So this is so for those who watch, it's Samuel Tarley, and I'm totally botching their names, bloopering their names, whatever you say, and Sir Davos. They're basically sitting on these thrones. It's the final episode of Game of Thrones, and basically, if you look very, very closely, right next to his foot, he's the guy in the first chair. You can see on the edge of it that there's a water bottle there, and it's very minor. And I honestly, it took me like 12 times looking at it. Like, I had to put my face literally in front of the screen to the point where it hurt my eyes.
And I don't even see it.
I know. And you have to move your face in so fucking close to see it. And it's like, it's there. You see the little Polar Springs logo. It looks like so tiny.
It looks like the person in the middle, whoever that dude is wearing sneakers. Doesn't it?
You know what? That could be another blooper.
It could be. They kind of look like sneakers.
It definitely could be, honestly. But they had, like, in the show, they had a few other bloopers too. Like, I know one of them, which I literally tried looking so many times and I couldn't see it, was like during one of the death scenes, which is like every single fucking 12 minutes there's a death scene. But yeah, I mean there was like a charger, and that was, you know, apparent that people pointed out. And then in another scene there was like I'm trying to think, a coffee cup, you know, so just like little things
Wasn't
that
I think
took
I heard about
away.
that. I think I heard about
Mhm.
the coffee cups. Wasn't there like a bunch of scenes with like Starbucks coffee cups that
Yeah,
appeared?
sponsored by Starbies.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there it is. And
Oh,
there's Daenerys, like a fucking queen. And there are my
bitch
boys,
gotta have her
Jon
coffee.
Snow and Giantsbane. Also, like we could literally like talk about like all the booty that I've seen on that show, because it's some good booty on that show.
I
But
mean, yeah.
yeah, peep the little Starbies cup over there. She is just chilling.
When I say I haven't seen the show, it's true. I haven't like watched the show through the show, but I have seen parts of the show to enjoy the parts that I wanted to, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I do. I do. Because when I like a part of a scene, I rewatch it like until I get sick of it.
Yeah. So I've heard about scenes from other people and I've like watched those specific scenes to enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love it.
Do you have any other do we have any other clips for Game of Thrones at all?
I think those are my two from Game of Thrones.
Okay. um and then let's see here. So we have, okay, so the next one that I had pulled out was Pretty Woman, I believe it was. And yeah, Pretty Woman. And I know that I touched base on some of these before when we had a previous episode. And we had talked about the different things, or I had talked about like the different things in Pretty Woman that were not the same in all of them. And I think we have a clip of what I'm talking about here. So in this clip, it's basically, so she's at the table and they're sitting there talking, and then 1 minute she has this croissant in her hand and she's gnawing on it or whatever. She's like having a filled day with this croissant. And then like they turn to look at him and then come back to her and she's got a pancake in her hand, which I can kind of understand this one. Like, you know, like if I'm not hungry, I'm gonna, you know, maybe she just grabbed quickly, you know, went from croissant to pancake very quickly. But then if you continue to watch the scene, it goes from where she's taking a bite of a pancake and then it cuts back to her and she's not, the bite that she had just literally taken from the pancake is like still, it's like reappeared, you know? So we'll watch it. You guys will see it. Yeah. So you'll see it in this clip that we have posted to get posted up here.
11th grade.
And it's got sound on it too. So
I went
I
all the way.
believe it's coming up soon.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Folks must be really proud, huh?
I've watched this movie a lot, not gonna lie.
And did you notice it like your first go around or no?
So I'm pretty good. This should probably be my job because I'm pretty good at noticing these different things that are happening in movies and TV shows. I am probably annoying when I watch them with my friends. Oh, here's the clip. Sorry.
Pancake. Damn, she ate fast. That was a great little title there.
So I got quiet, so I don't know. I think we have some latency. I apologize if there was some completely silence there. There's a slight latency in what we're in our show. I have to remember that, guys. So yeah, basically, there's a few different things, but I could probably, this show could have probably lasted with pointing out a few different scenes of Pretty Woman, and but that's just one of them, yeah, for sure. Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying whenever I was trying to be quiet for the clip for you guys, and now that we've seen it, I hope you guys noticed it. Did you notice it?
I did notice it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what is your next one that you had?
Let's see. I had a few other pictures. I believe it's from Troy, 2004. That was one of them. And then Gladiator was another one I found too.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, with some of the movies that are, you know, set way back when, I mean, it's really hard when, you know, certain things that are modern and inevitable just pop up, you know?
Right.
So in the scene with Troy, it is, I always forget, I always forget his name. I always have to think, who is Angelina Jolie married to? And then I go, oh my God, Brad Pitt, duh. That's how I have to remember his name. So yeah, basically this one was Brad Pitt, and he's being very dramatic, you know, Trojan Prince, you know, in his gear, in whatever you want to call it. I don't know the technical terms for it. I'm not like I do. And he's having this dramatic moment with a long hair. Yep, there he is. Oof, man is handsome, but crazy. Anyway, so if you look at the sky, there's an airplane. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, like, okay, it's like what, like 1200 BC, like late Bronze Age, I think. And like, I don't think, correct me if my history's that fucked up, but I mean, no, this is a no. It's like, this is Greece, like ancient Greece. Like, it's not, an airplane is not gonna pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. You would think that someone would notice something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, you would think that they would catch it, but who knows? I mean, I guess they could have been like, oh, it could be mistaken for as a bird. I mean, not really. So maybe a goose. I don't know.
Yeah. It has wings. It's bird-like. Well,
yeah, who knows what they were thinking?
It's not an airplane, it's a bird. What are you talking about?
I would really love to have someone on the show to kind of like talk to us about like the thoughts behind this, you know, like what were they thinking? You know, like it's someone's job to make sure that they're checking the continuity while filming, but like, do they just like go with it? I just don't get it. I don't know.
I don't either.
I guess you have to use what you have sometimes. Like sometimes there's no other choice, maybe.
But don't you think you could just edit that out?
Yeah, you would think that you could edit that out because I could Photoshop that out pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it. Very handsome though.
Maybe they didn't notice until it was like too late. I know that there's some. So I know that this is kind of deep, so little heads up. But like I know, like on the Wizard of Oz, there's this part of Wizard of Oz where supposedly this Munchkin is like hanging himself in the back, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they like recreated the movie and like brought it to like DVD and like so apparently it's like not on the newer, like whenever they recreated it and made it look better. I don't know the verbiage for that. Mm-hmm. But
like they completely it? Like I think it's called they
restored it.
Right?
Yes, they restored it, and so they completely like edited that part out of the movie.
Interesting. Yeah. I know another one of the things that I put in one of mine was from Wizard of Oz too. And it was it was the hair growth, because in one of her scenes with the Scarecrow, she has her short hair with the little braids, and in the other one, it's longer. It's like an instant hair growth. You know, I just got extensions sort of situation. So
do we have a clip or do we have that picture of that one, Rizzo?
I believe so.
Maybe we can just pop that one up there since we're already talking about it. It might be a little bit out of order. I apologize if you're like scrambling around to help us out. But if you've got a picture of that one, because I'm about to go into some clips of Wizard of Oz after this, but we can just change it around unless it's just like a problem for you. You can kind of let us know if that's a problem. Okay, so the pic is up right now, so you guys can see what she's talking about here.
Inside one, hair is shoulder length. Side two, it grew a lot. Also, I wonder, how does someone's hair grow that fast? Like, I mean, I wonder how long it took them to film, but like, that's some serious like hair growth right there. Like, either way.
So I actually saw this one. So I think this picture is actually, and this is not your fault. This is wherever it's found fault. I think the long hair came first and then the short hair came afterwards.
That would make sense. I'm just looking from left to right. I'm like short, long, and I'm like extensions. Proud extensioner over here. But no, I mean, that makes sense too. Her hair does look healthier in the second clip too, so that would make a lot more sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It does, for sure. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about my clip that I have for Wizard of Oz instead of going to the other one that we have first, if that's okay, Rizzo. So we're going to go ahead and show this clip of mine here. Is it playing? All right.
Oh, are you all right?
Afraid I'm a little rusty yet.
All right, so in this clip, basically you guys saw, I don't know, we can loop it again, but basically if you watch in this clip, so this is right after they start meeting, or they have met the Tin Man, and if you watch closely, she has put the oil can in her basket, and the oil can falls out of her basket, but quickly it's back in her basket once again, and I just thought that was really interesting.
I did not catch that. Oh my god.
Maybe we can loop it around again. Yeah. So it's in the basket. So in the beginning of the scene, the Scarecrow hands the oil can off to her. She throws it into her basket, and then they help the Tin Man out a little bit, and then they rush over and it falls out. Yeah. So it's very there's a lot in Wizard of Oz, to be honest. I have found a lot, and I actually have a second one as well. In the second scene that I have found, those infamous ruby red slippers, Miss Judy has forgotten to put her ruby red slippers on and has actually worn her black shoes.
I keep forgetting I'm not in Kansas.
Sad.
Come along, Dorothy. You don't want any of those apples.
We have a clip
Are you eating my apples on what they ought to be?
Oh, no. It's just that she doesn't like little green worms.
Oh, you.
Maybe we can catch it.
I'll show you how to get apples. Fingers crossed.
So you see her ruby slippers. I think the way that I made this this clip I cut just to where you could see the black shoes first, and then you can see that she's wearing her ruby slippers again. But sadly, there you go. So I don't know. Did you catch it?
I blinked and I saw them change, and I was like, "What?" And I blinked again. They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Really, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they're magically back.
Yeah. So it's interesting. You know, these things happen. They probably were like, "Oh no, that was a super good shot that we got. We weren't able to get it again. So let's just go with it, roll with it." Who knows? Who knows?
It makes sense. I mean, sometimes like it's like how many times like I mean, obviously they're acting, but like sometimes like you really feel a scene, and like how many times can you get the same, you know, the same like raw, I don't even know what they're like, the same like feeling that you're getting from that scene. Like,
right.
How many times can you remake the perfect scene?
Right. And I've also, like, we'll get into this later in our show as well, because I've touched on this topic a little bit with a couple of the clips. Also, sometimes scenes get like, they're like improv. And so they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love that so much. We're just going to roll with that. It's completely like not what we wanted to do, but that's even better." And so they just roll with it, you know? Yeah. And even sometimes the actors, they make a mistake. I forget, maybe some of our viewers can remind me if they know it, but I forget the movie. But it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's a part where he's like giving the speech, and he's talking to these guys who are sitting at the table, and he like hits his hand on the table, and he actually literally like really like cuts his hand open, and like his hand is bleeding, like in real life, because he hit it on something. And just like the blood and like the way it just made the scene better. And so they actually just kept it in there. They kept it part of the movie. So there's a lot of things like that that we have found, or I have found, mistakes that actors have made or actresses have made, and they just keep it in there because it makes it better. Did you have another clip or picture?
Okay, let me think. Let me jog my memory. Yes, there's a few pictures. Let me think. Maybe the Tarzan one. There's so many.
What's in Tarzan?
So basically in that one there was that fight scene with Tarzan versus the leopard. And before you see like the paw and the, you know, talons, and they're like reaching out for him, but before they even reach out, it's scratched. So it's very
oh, here it is, guys. Yeah.
So you see the scratch, and then it's like before it even happens. Oh wait, no. That was, I think it's a scratch, and then in the next scene it just goes away. But very interesting, right?
Yeah, I really like that. And I love that it's the animation too. Like, it just basically shows that things like this can happen, and they don't have to necessarily be in an actual movie, you know? Like, so basically, yeah, so I like that even though it's a animation, video, movie, you know, it just goes to show that we can even make mistakes in that. So on that note, I do have another clip. We're kind of going out of the order that I had given them, but there's a SpongeBob clip, just kind of to show that the animation can even have oops and bloopers and things like that. There's a SpongeBob clip where they are so let's see here. What was it showing? Do you have that clip for us? Maybe we can just see if people can, or Farah can figure out what's in it, or our viewers can see what is happening in there.
This should be a game. Guess what Farah can, see, because obviously I'm fucking blind. It's either I'm blind or I'm just oblivious, but I give myself more credit than being oblivious because, yes.
That's okay. So it has to do with Patrick. So if you guys just keep watching Patrick. And I did some editing on here, so it's basically going to show you what it is anyways. So basically Patrick has no eyebrows. There's like a split second where there's no eyebrows, and then he has eyebrows again. It's like the artist had forgotten to put in his eyebrows.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God. That's really creepy.
And it's just like a quick, they're gone, and they're back again. So, yeah. Some humor in here for us.
Interesting. We love it.
Maybe he was so angry he knocked his eyebrows off, and then all of a sudden he was like, oh, they're back again.
Maybe.
All right. So we have some more for you guys for sure. What's another one that you have? I just wanted to touch base on that animated one.
All right, let me choose a good one. Okay. If we're gonna do a good one, let's do because we talked about Harry Potter before. So Jordan, you're amazing and I appreciate you. If you could pull up the Harry Potter one with the young Harry Potter and a picture of his mom when she was a kid. Lily Potter.
Lily Potter. I'm kind of quiet during this because I don't know anything about Harry Potter whatsoever. So I'm all ears to you right now. Is this the picture here?
It is the picture here. So they talk about explicitly about how Harry has the eyes of his mom, Lily. But as you can tell, he's got like gray blue eyes that are beautiful and that you can fall into. And his mom, Lily, has really dark brown eyes. And I just think it's hilarious because they're like, Harry, you have your mother's eyes. And like,
well,
and it's just and I think that's something that Professor Snape told Harry when he was dying, I think. And he was like, look at me, Harry. And he's like, you have your mother's eyes. And then it was like a flashback.
I was gonna say, just looking offset here at the photo that they have for us up. I do not even see a resemblance in like the shape or anything. This is very like I can see like if someone were to say, even if the eye color was different. Okay, someone could still say you have your mother's eyes. Well, her eyes are blue and mine are brown. But like the shape of your eye, like I feel like I have my father's eyes. The shape. Well, we have the color too, but like the shape is kind of the same as well. But I don't even see a resemblance in the shape either.
Right. And I wonder, my thing is, I wonder if it's just like an actor thing because there's obviously, the child actor who's playing the young Lily Potter. And then there's the adult actor, the actress. And I wonder if her eyes are the similar color. But I know offhand, like another,
maybe.
Yeah, I wonder. And they just didn't notice that, the continuancy thing. But I wonder too, another thing I was thinking of is J.K. Rowling was actually asked to play Harry's mom in the Harry Potter films, and from the pictures that I've seen, looks very similar. So it's very interesting. Watching, yeah.
It would be cool if we had. I mean, I might have to like Google that when we're done here and see about if the similarities and everything. Yeah, because the one that I'm being shown right now, Offset, is nothing compared to being the same at all. I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not even seeing shape. Like she has more like of those. What are those little dolls? Little sad eyes dolls, you know, the precious moments. She looks like she has precious moment eyes.
Yes. Like puppy
You know?
dog eyes.
Yes, those little puppy dog sad eyes. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so the next one that I have is let's see. So in Fast and the Furious, so we're just going to switch gears here because Fast and the Furious is nothing like Harry Potter. Maybe if you can find some similarities in it. But there's a clip that we have in Fast and the Furious. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what to expect. In Fast and the Furious, there is they're getting ready to do the races, and Jesse is racing. I forget this guy's name. For the life of me, I forget his name. But he's getting ready to race one of the other guys, and the other guy's shirt completely shifts. He's going from like a jacket, and he's wearing a tank top, and it's pretty funny because it's like, whoa, when did you take your shirt off? And this is, I never noticed this before, ever, for some reason. I never did. And I usually notice things all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we can get that one up on our screen, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So if you guys did notice, yeah, so when you notice that he, you know, basically the scene setup is, you know, he's being talked out of racing this, and Jesse's very much like, no, I got this race, man. I can do it. You know, no problem. And then we have a shirt change. So, have you seen this Fast and the Furious, Farah?
I've watched the clips with Megan Fox in it because she's so fucking hot. Wait, is she in Fast and Furious or is she in Transformers?
No,
she's in Transformers.
Transformers, yes.
Dude, this is why I don't watch action movies because I love them, but like I need like someone like beautiful to look at, and she's like my wife. But anyway, no, I don't watch those movies. I don't know. I like fast cars, but I feel like that's like my attention span. Like I'm like, oh, cool, and then I'm just like, all right, like blah. But
I mean, there's a lot of pretty to look at in that movie. I mean, you have Paul Walker alone. He was handsome as fuck. Like
those arms are amazing.
And then you have a lot of pretty in that movie for sure. I think you would like it. I think you should try watching it. You would probably be. It gives you a lot of action at the same time. Like, you know, it's got a good storyline, but there's like, what is there, like 8 of them now? Like the Fast and the Furious 2. Does Tokyo Drift? I can't remember if Tokyo Drift comes after Fast and the Furious or if that was the third one. Maybe our viewers can help us out because I really don't remember. Vin Diesel is in that movie, and he is gorgeous as well.
Gorgeous. We love.
Yeah. All right. So the next one, what did you have for a clip?
For me, let me.
Or not a clip, but a picture. Sorry.
Let me think. I think another another good one would be the one with the girl from Pretty Little Liars. It's the brunette girl. Her name is Aria, and she was in a scene, I don't know, talking on the phone, and I want to wait until the picture's up because I didn't notice it at first. It took me a moment. But she's on the phone, and there's something that's happening in the scene that is clearly not right.
Oh,
So
okay. Let's see here.
see if you can find it.
All right, let's see if I can find this here. Is there like, let's see. Have you seen this show a lot? Like, is this
Not really. I've watched a little bit,
Mhm.
but no, it just got too complicated and I was bored.
All right, so I'm trying to find this in this picture here. It's hard for me to see clearly. I don't even know.
I know, it's that hard, but if you look at her phone, her camera is facing her mouth. So she's not talking on the phone the right way.
That's nice. Funny. Yeah.
So she's talking, yeah, her ear is talking to the speaker and the mic. And yeah, she's talking to, I don't know, the camera.
That's funny. That's funny. So okay, so obviously we have these clips of the mistakes and everything like that. And earlier I had talked a little bit about how we have sometimes the actors or actresses, they make mistakes of their own, and the director just goes with it because they're like, we have to have this, we really like it a lot. So we do have 2 clips for that, and we're just going to play those really quickly. So the first one is Midnight Cowboy, and supposedly they took like 15 takes of this, right? And they were just going to, they couldn't get, basically they were unable to get the set like blocked off the street as they wanted to. So they just like rolled with it. They were like, we're just going to shoot this like live. We're not going to even try to, we're going to have like real world elements. We're just gonna have like pedestrians walking. We're not even gonna get extras. We're just gonna do this how it is. And in this clip that we have, there is actually a car that literally almost hits the 2 of them. And Hoffman is in this clip here, and he is trying his best to stay in character. And he's went to go say, hey, we're filming here, but he just said, hey, we're walking here. And they were like, okay, we got to keep this. So they ended up keeping it. Yeah, so we're going to play this here now.
Most of them are old and dignified. Social register types, you know what I mean? They can't be trotting down to Times Square to pick out the merchandise. They got to have some kind of middleman. And that's where old Daniel comes in, you know what I mean?
And so as you see, you have the clip of that, and he did a really good job at staying in character. This cab was not part of, was not acting. They literally almost got run over. Yeah, so and the next one, we can just go quickly into the next one as well. This one made me laugh so hard because it was just funny. Hoffman is a hilarious man. And in Rain Man, they are standing in a phone booth, and Hoffman actually broke wind, like he farts in the phone booth. And that whole part about fart is him.
Did you fart, Ray?
That was not scripted. That was just him actually farting, and they just kind of like rolled with it. So
How can you stand it?
Fart.
Yeah, Charlie Babbitt, I'll hold.
Fart.
Did you fart, Ray?
Fart.
Did you fucking fart?
Fart.
Oh, man. How can you stand that?
I don't mind it. Uh-oh.
So yeah, and so that was the clips there. So yeah, so basically, we have clips where mistakes happen, guys. That's basically what happens here, and they're funny. We love bloopers. We like to laugh and have a good time. Sometimes they can roll them out and make them magical, like this fart scene or the cab scene. Or sometimes, you just have to redo them, reshoot them. So did you, we're going to start wrapping things up here soon. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add about like bloopers or mistakes or anything like that?
I think that they're just inevitable. And, you can, just laugh it off and just be like, out of, 2 hours worth of content, we were able to make it flow the way it did with a few exceptions. And honestly, I think that's fantastic. We know that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I feel like, I don't know, I think it's inevitable, I feel like, and I wonder if there's any films that haven't, had these issues before, and if so, I think that that's bullshit. I just think it's a matter of having people as good as catching them as you are.
Bloopers are almost like one of the best parts of a movie or a TV show. I love watching bloopers on YouTube and like finding the different, bloopers and mistakes, they're like mistakes in this kind of way that we're talking tonight is a little bit different than bloopers, but they all kind of fall into the same kind of category. Neon is commenting about our pickles and popcorn. It's a great combination, right?
I mean, I won't touch your popcorn with the sugary shit on it, but pickles is a good combo.
I mean, there is some cheesy popcorn in here too. You gotta mix it up. Got some cheesy popcorns, got some candy corn, got some caramel apple popcorn.
Ew, she likes candy corn. Okay, I still like you, but like I'm slightly judging you.
Slightly judging.
Slightly judging you.
So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap the show up today because we've had some mistakes that have happened. But it's been a good time. I enjoyed having Farah back with us again. I would love to have you join us another time during another show. Also, please don't forget to, if you spot that Rize logo, please let us know that you have spotted it, because if you do, you are the first person to comment on it in Twitter. Or send us you can send Rize Productions an IM, or you can send us an IM in Twitter. It's just Nerd Vomit Show. Tell us where this Rize logo is, and if you find it, then you win a 1,000 Linden gift card to Backbone. So you guys can get you something special there. So do you have anything else that you want to add before we head out today?
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Give me some of your popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm being told that we're cursed. So we seem to be having some oops. We seem to not be able to do a show. Yeah, do a show without having, something go wrong. We had technical issues sometimes. We had one moment we had the wrong information. I will admit to that. There was technical issue. There's been things disappearing. There's been, a lot of different sounds, these things happen, but we definitely hope that these kinks get worked out so that we can continue to amuse you guys for sure. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the YouTube, and we will be back next week with another show, hopefully without any mistakes. So
thanks for listening and being patient.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.
Nice.
So yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on, oh, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go, finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on